The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Freshman Focus. A look at 2-year-olds in training across the Buckeye State. Freshman Focus is presented by El Dorado Scioto Downs. By Sugar Valley Farm. Looking for your next quality standard bred racehorse? Look no further than Sugar Valley Farm in Delaware, Ohio. And by the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center, caring down to a science. Now here's your host, Roger Houston.
Good evening, racing fans, and welcome to our initial broadcast of Freshman Focus. It's hard to imagine, but this is the 5th year that we've been with you on Thursday night at 7 p.m. for Freshman Focus, taking a look at the top Ohio-bred 2-year-olds in the Buckeye State from various trainers across Ohio. This year, to start things off, we're going to have a recap show, taking a look at 9 horses that we featured last year in Freshman Focus from various trainers. Money won, how they did on the racetrack, video of them training, getting ready for the racing season, and then some race footage as well of that particular horse. So after this message, we'll return and take a look at the top 9 horses from Freshman Focus 2024. Welcome back to Freshman Focus. The first horse that we're going to take a look at in our recap of the 2024 Freshman Focus broadcast is the Dragon. The Dragon was a gelding by Fear the Dragon out of the mare, the Valeria. Well, what makes this one interesting is we featured the horse on Freshman Focus, and then prior to the Next Generation Connections, Odds On Racing and Virgil Morgan Jr. purchased this gelding. For the year, the Dragon had 7 starts with 3 wins, a second and third, took a mark of 154-4 while earning $43,000 for the season. The purchase, right before the Next Generation, made the first start for the Virgil Morgan Jr. stable with a 3rd place finish in last year's Next Generation.
27-4 backside. Back of the pack, Johnny Up has jumped it off as they come to the top of the stretch. Luke Hanners gets the plugs out on Day Dragon. Swing Town pops the pocket as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Day Dragon. Swing Town on the outside under a very confident hand drive. Goes right by, and he will draw clear to win the Next Generation 2-year-old Colton Gelding pace. Up second, down by the parade from Day Dragon, and riding the waves, 153.
Next, we're going to take a look at a filly by the name of Travel Nurse by Enterprise out of Poster Pinup by Andover Hall. Travel Nurse is in the Virgil Morgan Jr. stable and had 3 wins in 10 starts for the year, banking $75,000 and taking a mark of 156-3. Let's take a look at Travel Nurse, a winner of a Buckeye Stallion Series event.
BB's Canson Lady still the one to catch. Bye Girl is there second, 127-29 and 1 backside. Circling up 4 wide, Dublin's Dragonfly. Inside Travel Nurse. Annie L in between horses in the end trying to come from far back. As they come to the top of the stretch, BB's Canson Lady trying to go all the way. Bye Girl to the outside is out of the pocket to the inside. Here comes Travel Nurse. Travel Nurse on the inside. Bye Girl on the outside. They're driving for the wire as a team. Travel Nurse and Bye Girl, a photo for win. 2 tight to call. 156-3.
Next up on our initial broadcast this year of Freshman Focus, a recap show, we're going to take a look at the filly Pink Jammies. Now, Pink Jammies comes from the Rosie Weaver stable. It is a filly by Fear the Dragon out of Think Pink by Yankee Cruiser. 9 wins in 19 starts with 7 seconds and 1/3. 17 times first, second, or third in the 19 outings. Banked $87,800 and took a mark of 156-4. Pink Jammies was not eligible to the Ohio Sire Stake program, so principally racing at the county fairs, and as we said, 9 wins.
3 lengths separate the top 4 after 3 quarters and 1:27-2. Ma Honey's put up all the numbers. She'll take him into the far turn with the lead. A lead is a length and a quarter. Lucy Hill on the outside. Locked in is Pink Jammies. Spinal Cracker ready to roll 3 wide for Irvine. There's an 1/8 of a mile left to go. A trio behind Ma Honey, who turns with the lead. Pink Jammies into the passing lane off the good trip, and here she comes. Ma Honey and Pink Jammies. Pink Jammies is rolling through. Ma Honey and Pink Jammies to the wire. Pink Jammies beats Ma Honey. Then Spinal Cracker and Lucy Hill, 156-4.
Next, we're going to take a look at Oh So Fast from the Scott Cox stable, training at the Sabra Farms. This gelding by Coraggioso out of Punk's Embrace by Super Punk had 8 starts on the year, got 2 wins, 3 seconds, and a third, banked $107,000 and took a mark of 158. What's interesting about Oh So Fast, in those 8 starts, he never missed a check.
They're off 3 quarters, 129-1, and they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Scrappy's Love, short lead. Oh, so fast. That is Wheel. What a Buckeyes had a good trip, but he's lost ground to Scrappy's Love. There's an 1/8 of a mile left to go. It appears to be between these 3. Scrappy's Love in front. Oh, so fast, trying to sustain that bid. What a Buckeye. Noble kicks the plugs out and asks him to go into the passing lane, but Scrappy's Love is still in front. Oh, so fast, trying to push past. Here he comes. Oh, so fast, got there. Oh, so fast beats Scrappy's Love, then What a Buckeye, and Rose Run Alex, 158.
We move on with our Freshman Focus recap show, and we're going to go to the Todd Luther stable down at Winter's Circle Training Center. This horse appropriately named My First Fire. Yes, the first catch the fire to hit the ground. Out of the mare, Corona Again by Dragon Again. Had 4 wins in 10 starts with 3 third-place finishes. Took a mark of 153-2 and banked $112,625. Winning an Ohio Sire Stake leg and also the partial futurity at Greenville.
They're at the 3/4 mark. They're into the far turn. My First Fire has the lead around the turn. Racing second, Spirits Happy. Ending 4 Carat Rock third. On the outside, Mr. McDragon. 3/4, 128-1. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. And the Dr. H.M. Partial, Memoria Fitzgerald, are all chasing My First Fire. It's My First Fire on the outside. Coming to the line. Spirits Happy ending, but on the line. No catching, My First Fire. Spirits Happy ending second, going to be tight for third and fourth. The mile, 156, 1/5.
Here's another horse out of the Virgil Morgan Jr. stable named Extra Suds, a 2-year-old colt by Lather Up out of the Bomb Dottie by Western Terror, and a pretty good looking pinto as well. For the year, Extra Suds won 2 of 10 with 5 seconds and a third. That's 8 times first, second, or third in 10 starts. Taking a mark of 153-2 and earning $122,351. Was second in the Ohio State Fair event and also an Ohio Breeders' Championship second place finish. Did win 2 legs of the Ohio Sire Stake program in the Buckeye State. Let's take a look at one of those wins by Extra Suds.
To 3/4 they go. Extra Suds has a lead by 3/4 of a length. Seeing Gray on the outside with mild pressure. Skydog from the pocket. Harrisburg Heist is racing in 4th. He's trying to find passing gear to the inside. He's a beach. 126-4, 28-4 backside. It's Extra Suds with the lead. Seeing Gray still there on the outside to the inside. Sky Dog, Harrisburg Heist trying to rally inside. Easy Beach into the stretch, and Extra Suds opens up. Extra Suds drawing away to win it. Extra Suds from Sky Dog, Seeing Gray, and Harrisburg Heist, 154-2.
We're going to travel to Radnor, Ohio, the stable of Chris Beaver, who featured Mega Money, a filly by Triumphant Caviar out of Lotta Winner by Credit Winner. This filly only had one win in 9 starts, did have 2 seconds and 2 thirds, banked $122,501, was second in the Next Generation and also in Ohio Breeders' Championship. The single win came in the consolation of the Ohio Sire Stakes.
Mega Money leads over to a quarter mile left to go. Mia Sangria is trying to find a way off the pylons. 3 wide. Dublin's Dragonfly. Mia Sangria did squeeze through. Up is rallying nicely. 4 wide. Triumph Over You behind them. Travel Nurse from the backfield is called into action. Strawberry Hills at the cones. There are so many hopes with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Who do you like in the Grade Championship? 4 wide up, trying to rally wide. Travel Nurse will come 5 wide. Mega Money, Mia Sangria, Dublin's Dragonfly. They're all right there. Driving finish. Mega Money still in front, up over the top with Dublin's Dragonfly. Mega Money rough down to the finish. That is tight as could be. It's Mega Money, Triumph Over You. They're all in a photo, 159-2.
Traveling back to the Todd Luther stable down at Winner's Circle, we're going to feature Skywalker C. This is a filly by Down by the Seaside out of Pet Walker by Pet Rock. 12 starts on the year, had 3 wins, 2 seconds and 2 thirds, took a mark of 152 and earned $168,800. Skywalker C was a winner at Delaware, Ohio in the Ohio Breeders' Championship.
As they race over to the 3/4 mark, 124-3, third panel in 28. Around the final turn, drawing away with each and every stride. Skywalker C now by 6, closing on the outside. Good Night Dance and Dan Noble, 3 wide off the turn. Into the stretch they come. It's all Skywalker C as they please for driver Austin Hanners, home second. Good Night Dance, Rose Run Ashley, Lily Grace Hill, the mile, 152, 4/5.
The top earner in our freshman focus from last year is Scrappy's Love, a colt by Long Tom out of Love to Win by Valley Victor. This colt had 10 starts, 2 wins, 6 seconds, banked $184,550 and took a mark of 156-2. Was placed second in the Ohio Sire Stake Final, but was a winner at Delaware in the Ohio Breeders' Championship.
3/4 station in 127-4, backside 29. Head to head, nose to nose, stride for stride with an 1/8 of a mile to go in Ohio. On the inside, Scrappy's Love, LT Loverboy on the outside. Into the stretch, Scrappy's Love on the inside, LT Loverboy on the outside. It's Scrappy's Love inching away, trying to come back is LT Loverboy at the wire. Photo 156, 2/5.
Well, that wraps up a look at the top 9 money winners that we featured on last year's Freshman Focus. And after this message, we'll be back with a final comment.
Quinby Joe Fresh locks it down in the Breeders' Crown and a record 6 crowns for Dexter Dunn.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Join us again next week on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. for our first visit to a trainer here in the Buckeye State as we make the trip down to Winter Circle Training Center to talk with Hall of Fame trainer Virgil Morgan Jr. about his Ohio-bred 2-year-olds in training. Be there!
This has been Freshman Focus, a look at 2-year-olds in training across the Buckeye State. Freshman Focus is presented by Eldorado Scioto Downs. By Sugar Valley Farms. Looking for your next quality standardbred racehorse? Look no further than Sugar Valley Farm in Delaware, Ohio. And by the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center, caring down to a science. Freshman Focus is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.